In this video, we're gonna go over Facebook Ads Library, how to actually find best performing ads of your competitors, or maybe not your direct competitors, but essentially ads that you can get a lot of inspiration from, and you can do all of that without paying for any of the tools. And yeah, it's fairly easy, and I'm gonna show you how to do it step by step. And also at the end of the video, I'll share two secrets. And one will prevent your competitors from stealing your ads. Another one is gonna allow you to essentially find the ad spend behind the ads and actually know, like find the ads that have sufficient enough ad spend so you can be more certain that they work for your competitors or just not your competitors, essentially. Cool. So let's go in the ads library, and I'll share my screen right now. So this is Meta Ads Library, right? So the way you can find it, you can just Google Meta Ads Library or Facebook Ads Library, and you'll see this page. And so you can select the country here, and you can select that category. So this is, we can just go with all ads here, and then we can go essentially and type in either your competitor name or a keyword. So let's say somebody's, you want to find ads that sell cups. I don't know. Let's see, cups. And I don't really know what I'm gonna find here, but I think okay. So there's like three things you can do. You can go about this. The first one is you can use Meta Ads Library to find your competitors. So if you wanna, if you in any market, there's typically a lot of different players, especially if the market works, if it has a demand. And so what happens is there's known competitors and there's unknown competitors, right? So known competitors will be mostly, and it's like when you're starting out. So known competitors will be mostly competitors where you essentially know them, they're big, everybody knows them, and that's actually one of the biggest mistake people do. When they go into Ads Library, they search for their competitor, and for example, like if I go to Rise, this is the Rise Superfoods. Like Rise Superfoods, they're gonna have like 2,000 different ads, and then like you just kind of like, which one's working, and like actually the thing about this is like it doesn't matter. I mean, even if you try and steal all these or create all these ads, like it's not gonna work because it's not only about the ads. And so because bigger companies, they have brand awareness, and they can allow to spend on ads without getting that immediate return, just because branded ads do work to a certain extent. So especially if you combine them with some sort of direct response elements. So that's kind of what you want to avoid, right? So don't look for big competitors especially when you're starting out. You can look at them, but I mean, just be mindful of that. Copying them can lead to just wasted ad spend pretty much. So in this case, what we could do is we could, for example, I don't know okay. So for example, we could find mushroom. Let's see. So mushroom coffee. And we can find smaller competitors that absolutely must use direct response advertising, must break even on the first day to be able to grow and to be able to run ads. And those are the type of ads depending on where you're in your journey, those are the type of ads you want to start with, ideally. And for the context, I run a Facebook ads agency called Adsora, where we do Facebook ads creatives, we do media buying, we do creative strategy for consumer brands. And so we already know what type of ads work for in certain different industries, in different markets, in different demographics, set of demographic segments. So here, let's say we search for mushroom coffee. So basically, how do you actually do this, right? So how do you do this? So you type in a keyword, and then there's filters, right? So there's all these filters. I recommend just keeping it to the United States, and then but there's like different filters you can actually select the advertisers here, known advertisers. So, but what we're gonna do is we're going to just change this where it says impression by date to let's say like 3 weeks ago or something, and you're gonna hit search. And sometimes Meta Ads Library doesn't. Okay, so this time it works. So, but sometimes it just kind of gets bugged, and you have to like open up a new window and redo it again. So, as you can see, there's some of the brands that they start popping out. Different brands, and essentially, you want to kind of find these brands and put them in a spreadsheet nicely. So I might do a video later on this, but you just want to find all these brands, that sell something like you sell. So, and then let's say we take this one, Life Boost Coffee. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to hit. I think we just can hover over the name of the page, and then this window will pop up with the more detailed information, and we can click view ads here. So let's do that. Okay, and so we're currently looking at all of their ads, right? So all of their ads, there's a bunch of them. It seems like there might be a big brand, so we gotta be mindful of that. And coffee is actually notoriously really hard to sell. So essentially, the strategy it looks like to be is, I mean, with Facebook ads, right? With Facebook ads, it's easier to sell products that are either like very unique. You can find them on Amazon or anywhere else, or like they're like really good deals. You can still find them somewhere, but you only can buy, the deal is advertised on Meta. So so they have some high production creatives. It looks like they might be still running Black Friday ad, which is a good insight. So if you didn't know, you can actually run Black Friday ads all year round. And if it works, why kill it, So that's actually a good strategy. Just like, if you're just starting out, you just want to cash, that's a decent strategy, I think, but not sustainable. Not sustainable at all. So essentially here, if we scroll down, we see a bunch of different ads. And so the thing is, we don't know, if these ads are like what their performance is, how much they, have in ad spend. But personally, myself and, our team, we have quite a bit of experience. So that just kind of allows us to understand which ads are performing. But there's something you can do that doesn't require experience. And this is kind of essentially is just understanding media buying strategy and strategy, creative testing strategy. And typically, what media buyers or creative strategists would do is they would test variations of their best performing ads. And so it's a big secret, but what you can do is you can go to um, like scroll up and like look at through ads they're running. So it looks like they're still doing 50% off here recently. So I think this is working well for them. And let's see, yeah. So again, this really works on a deal, on a good deal type of principle. So that's pretty much the only reason it works. I mean, obviously there needs to be a good coffee, good quality coffee, but it looks like that might be the reason why, because most stats have that. So yeah, and that's how you can understand what type of ads work. And obviously you can look, do more deeper research, understand. Well, I think that's actually advisable to look at, what kind of angles they're advertised, what's the message they targeting. So see, like there's like basically us versus them. So just comparison towards mass produced coffee with chemicals. So this is like basically natural alternative. And this ad was live since May 24. And we can kind of look at, is it something they're still advertising? Cognition mushroom. Unlike mass produced. Yeah, so they're still advertising it. Okay, synthetic ingredients causes. So if we zoom in on this one, so it's still kind of like an angle or concept, if you will. Yeah, live boost toasted coconut, and this is also a nice picture. Low acid, single origin beans. The thing is that they didn't do right is they mention synthetic and they don't really mention, like, I think organic here. I would just mention organic. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So just to recap this whole video is that we have typically two options, right? Well, you can search either for your competitor names, you can search for keywords. And another thing that I forgot to mention is once you identify the audience, the perfect ideal audience, you can start like, okay, what do these people buy, like contextual to this. So maybe you can search for, well, when it comes to coffee, like what are some other drinks? So maybe like it's not coffee, maybe it's tea. And you can just kind of search, okay, what kind of ad creatives work in that space, and so in the industry as the whole. And that's something worthwhile doing. And so I think and also you want to look at the ads that have been running for a while. You want to see the patterns, what kind of ads people are retesting or iterating on, what's the main message, what are the things, the messages they tested, the concepts, all these things. So there's interesting creative. All coffee will make you feel jittery and upset your stomach. Okay, that's interesting creative type. But that's how you do it, right? And it's time for secrets. And so the secret one, or actually let's do 3 secrets. So one secret is like when like sometimes you cannot really, there's the creators we can see, when it comes to coffee and stuff. But when you actually go into Facebook Ads Manager and see the breakdowns by demographics to see which, ages and genders buy the most and get the most ad spend, where Meta spends the most on, right? What you can do to find more ads, you can create a Facebook profile, and it's like kind of against Meta, guidelines, but you can create a Facebook profile that matches your demographic criteria, your ideal customers demographic data. So like things like what's their age, what's their skin color, were they born, all these things, um, and gender and stuff like that. So and then what you can do is you can kind of go on Facebook and scroll through the feed and see what kind of ads they're getting. This is like, if you really want to go deep, that's type of stuff that could be very useful. And Also, very very useful is to look at the organic content. So liking things that are related to your brand, related to your product category, and then seeing what organic content is being shown to those people. So that way you can really understand what kind of content conditions them and stuff like that. Uh, because if you're not doing this, like somebody else is doing it, and they'll have an edge over you, at least when it comes to advertising or marketing, which is a big, 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 big part of the business. And then what else? So the other thing, so secret number two is we're gonna go into Ads Manager and basically, coffee, right? So coffee. So there's some countries where you can actually see where you can see the how much people spend on ads. One of them is I think France and Germany, and maybe I don't know what this IE, but I think in Germany you can do that definitely. So that's what we can do. Because here's the thing, people in Germany are different than people in the US, but they're still people, and you know the culture is different and all these things, and there's different competitors, but they're still people. So one thing we can just understand what type of fundamental principles that are helping your competitors or companies in your space drive conversions, and that's what we can do. Worst case, we can get inspired. So I think it's just gotta find okay, so coffee. So yeah, that's essentially what you can do, and you can just hit. So if you hit, I think, add details, and you'll be able to see European Union transparency and see how much money was. What's the reach, at least? Yeah, what's the reach? So reach doesn't tell much, but you can kind of, okay, what's the CPM I'm getting? And based on that CPM, you can understand how much money was spent on it. So like 4K was spent on this ad, for example. Not hypothetically, but estimated. So that's an estimate. And that's, and you can go in and just see if you can remake that ad in your language. So that's that. And then the secret number 3, essentially how you can avoid all of this that we just discussed. So how can you avoid your competitors from not being able to steal your ads is, and we've been doing this exact thing for our clients just to protect them as well, is to basically you can continue running ads that are not working and potentially purposely create ads that are just like terrible, never gonna work, and like have 90% of ads that are not gonna work live, and then only 10% that are working live as well. So, or maybe 5%, whatever. But like keep your non-performing ads live. Essentially, that's the whole secret. Um, because yeah, but like experienced people, they can tell which ad is good. Um, and so, anywho, this is pretty much it. Let me just go to OBS. So this is pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would really, really appreciate the like. And also, if you're not subscribed yet, so subscribe. I'll be dropping these videos in the future, like this. And leave a comment if you found this valuable. If you have any questions, I'll answer them all. Right? There's typically not too many questions these days on YouTube, at least. So yeah, and if you want us to run Facebook ads for you, create ad creatives for you, I have an amazing team of creative people, of media buyers with a lot of experience, years and years of experience, with over $10 million in profitable ad spend. And we have a bunch of case studies, so you can check the case studies and also book your complimentary Facebook ads growth audit. Well, we'll go over your ad account, find things that can be improved, and just give them to you, right? So you can improve them for yourself. And if you want to hire us, that's great. If not, that's also great. We're picky with the clients we work with. So I'll conclude the video on this note, and you have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you in the next one.